Money always changes hands. It's just now called adoption fees.
She was a stranger to me.
The person in the middle is stuck in this no man's land, feeling having gained but lost at the same time, and guilty.
She wanted reassurance from me that she had done the right thing.
You've got feelings of disconnection, you've got feelings of connection, but they're not fully connected. You've got feelings of trust issues and abandonment issues and relationship issues and commitment issues and all those other things.
I was quite guarded with my emotions. Didn't want to talk about love. I said, you're quite happy to talk about it, but I don't want to hear it. And I knew she didn't love me. I knew it. I felt it every day. She used to hit me with my father's belt. I wasn't allowed to have a mirror until I was 17 because I wasn't allowed to look like my adopted father. She asked me many times, you should be grateful that I'm your mother. And that was to play a part of my life into a teenage years, into my adulthood. That feeling of not being good enough.
When do you stop disrespecting yourself so much that you accept that that's normal behaviour? So I made the decision to cut off all contact, and you're not my family anymore. And here's the reasons why. Here's how I feel about the things that you've done and for this long, which then culminated in him writing me out the will as the final act of fuck you, defiance. There you go. You don't want to be a part of this family? Right, watch this.
You've got to go beyond remember the past to say it's being recreated in the present. You had your Auntie Mary who's confessed to you the great pain she had in this life by doing this. Well, do you want someone else to go through that now so that you can have a child? Really?
You can't tantrum your way out of this and make me drop that to keep you happy. I don't work like that. If you're not getting it, or you're unable to, or not willing, there's nothing more I can do to help. I just need to keep going the way I'm going and live my honest and authentic life the way I'm living it.
So activists or publicists like Deborah Lee Finesse, very effective, and her first campaign was always, the world is awash with orphans. If we can just bring a few to Australia, that's our bit. And then when she was pulled up on that by the increasingly embarrassing disclosures that the children weren't orphans, now she doesn't say that, but she says, there's too many children for those countries to deal with. We can save them. By then, the international adoption caravans moved on to another country, and they're assuring us again that they are acquiring them legally, that they've been signed over of their legal orphans, as they're called in the Hague Convention. And you don't have to worry about all those scandals. That might happen in other countries. It doesn't happen here. Well, it does happen here. Nobody in the world freely gives away their children. There are always pressures on them that create that environment, and often in those countries they don't understand what adoption, it's not explained to them, that it means permanent separation. They often think it's getting their children fed or clothed or educated, and not realising the long-term connotations of that.
Man, I'm not from a war-torn area, and it's the white family with a white child. So I didn't have some of the variables that might cause problems straight away. And I still have this floor full of monsters that I had to deal with. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't have a perfect answer for the situation. All I can say is what I thought was one thing turned out to be completely the opposite. And it's that my whole life has been defined by it.
I was 49 when I found out I was adopted. It's almost a relief to me that I wasn't connected to the woman that brought me up.
Actually retain adoption as a choice that the child that's been in permanent care can make when they're old enough to make that choice. It is completely unregulated. It's a Wild West out there.